2, 1. We are live, very first episode of a podcast with no name.
I was waiting, like, what are you about to say?
I was a podcast with no name because we want to hear from you. Elizabeth and I cannot come to an agreement. So there will be.
Don't put
It's
that
all
on
me. It's all me. So there will be a list of names probably, and hopefully by episode 3 or 4, we have one chosen or picked out. How this even started was I just asked you, hey, would you be interested in doing a podcast? Just one of the many thoughts that I have and sometimes throw at a wall.
And where'd that come from again? Like, you were just like working one day and was like, I want to do a podcast.
I don't know. I think listening to podcasts, maybe I was just like, that'd be kind of cool to do. Yeah. And then I thought about, because I've been so inactive on the channel for quite some time, I just never felt I won't say the urgency, but I could never come back on my own. I kept thinking, but I kept procrastinating on my own. So I was just like, well, maybe if I have somebody else, then that'll be like accountability. So
I got it. Yeah.
I think it might have stemmed from that. And then just also the fact of like, if you have a thought, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember a specific conversation on a plane where you could tell me it was either pleasant or it was like, please, Lord, can we just land? But do you have a memorable one of those?
Yeah, where was I? I think I was coming from Korea back to the States the first time, and I had a layover in China, and there was like this Indian guy. He just was like talking, and he was like, "Oh, I was so happy. I was hoping when you were coming onto the plane that you would sit next to me, and look, you're sitting next to me," and like just talking the whole time, telling me about everything. And then when we were time to get off the plane, he was like, "Here, I want you to have this," and he gave me the rest of his like money, because I guess he was in China for some time, so he gave me the rest of his money that he had like when he was there, and it equated to maybe like $30-$40. He's like, "No, buy yourself something in the airport. Like, there's massage chairs. Get yourself a snack. Like, do something to make yourself comfortable."
Interesting.
So I was just like, okay, and I took the money, and they had like, sure enough, massage chairs in the while you're waiting for your plane, and I used all the money he gave me. I never had an interaction like that.
Interesting. And this was, you guys were flying from China so you were in the U.S. then, or
we were leaving South Korea, and we were going to China to switch yeah. And
understood.
then I was headed to the States. I don't know where he was going after.
So that wasn't too bad of a flight.
No, really short.
Yeah, okay. Because when you said China, I was like, yo, that's a long time.
Oh, yeah, no. What you?
I don't know if I would have taken the money. Like, that's alarming.
So I normally don't take money like that from people. And I think we might have spoken about this in the text. Like, if I'm out somewhere and I see money on the floor, I will not pick it up because I feel like it's a setup. Like, maybe there's something on it and I'll touch it and then I black out and then the people coming to get me. Or what I'll do is if I do find money, I might like get a tissue or something, pick it up, and then go to the store and change it. Or might buy something, or like, oh, can you break this? Oh, buy something small and then get the change.
First off, how much? This sounds like a $5, like or $1. Or would you do that for $1 or?
Yeah, for anything.
Elizabeth, I picked up a penny yesterday. Like, it's like, I'm so serious. I saw 3, but I picked the one up on heads because that's how, if you see a penny, pick it up all day long, you had good luck. Like, that's what I was.
But why on heads? Why you ain't pick up the other two?
That's how the rules go. Like,
I don't remember that in the song.
Because see a penny, pick it up. But you do know that one, right?
You have good luck if you pick up heads. No,
yeah, it's a penny on heads.
I do not remember that being part of the song. All I
Okay,
remember
it's
is
not part of
see
the
a penny, pick
song.
it up. All the day you have good luck. You
All
pick up the
day
penny.
long, you have good luck.
Right.
Okay, so
But it don't say if you see a penny on heads, pick it up. All day long you have good luck.
I know it just. I get what you're saying, but it does. The lucky one is on heads. You could pick it up on
I
tails if
never
you
heard
want.
that. I never heard.
Okay,
What did tail mean?
it's just a penny. Ain't no luck associated with it. It's just a penny. But it's lucky. You get a penny and luck if it's on heads. But Lord have mercy. So now I will, because I've always picked up money, whatever it is. And then one of my friends actually told me, because like you said, I think a couple years ago, it was like some people were lacing dollars with something
Yeah.
and putting it there like as a setup or what. And she told me about it. She was
Yeah.
like, I saw this and thought about you. Like, please be mindful of
Yeah.
picking up money. And I remember this was a while ago. I think this was like 2017. I was in Ohio. I was visiting my friend. Oh, this was before then. Anywho, that's how you know when you get old. When you like, it was some time ago. I kept picking up money. I think we were in Cincinnati, and I kept picking up change. And she was like, Jazz, can you please stop? It's dirty. I'm like, I got hand sanitizer. You know what I mean? After every time, And then I'll never forget, like I had been collecting change and I saw this homeless man. And so I was just like, man, I got all this change or whatever. And I was like, I don't have much. This is all the cash I got. And I said, I've been picking it up. I found it on the ground. He was like, I put that shit right back on the ground. I was like, the audacity, like that was tax for your burger. You know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about? It was the audacity.
He's gonna put it right back on the ground.
He said he was going, I was like, I've been collecting this all day, but I could give it to you. And he was just like, I put that right back on the ground.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, sir. I just remember like, I just got stunned. It wasn't stunned on, but it just like
that's where we at. We picking up money off the floor. He looking at you like that. That's crazy.
Yeah. No. But my taxes were paid. 7 cents on a dollar. 6 cents on a dollar. Like that's what are we talking about? I'm just saying, you get somewhere and you short a nickel, you'll always remember me. Anywho, oh
my
child.
goodness.
Okay, so
so your airplane story, your aisle seat
oh,
story.
oddly enough, and I think I know I did a YouTube video on this one actually when it happened, because my aunt saw it and she felt some type of way. But it was also, I was flying from Shanghai, so I had the long layover. I did that 23-hour layover. And that's when I met the guy y'all used to work with. Oh, buddy, that was there.
Oh yeah, Morris is
Yeah. I'm just not saying names because I don't know if I should. But anywho.
Okay.
But no, it was just like, Morris was just like, yeah, my friend works over there. He'll show you around. And he did. It was awesome. But yeah, on the flight from Shanghai back to the U.S., I've got to be mindful about this microphone. Great day. Sat next to this guy, this crickety ass man. Crickety is a word. And
what that means? You talk a lot?
Like when it's it's going to be a long flight. Like, what is that? 9+ hours? Got to be. I'm assuming. I can't remember because it was so long ago. But you're being respectful. You're being nice because you got to sit next to this person. But he is talking, and I'm pretty sure I'm sure I had to have engaged because you can't talk the whole time. You know what I mean? Like, this is a long flight. I got to sleep at some point. So, but then he kept talking, and then it turned somehow into this man had to be late 60s, early 60s. Had to be. I don't know. He could have been the same age as my mama. He just looked rough. I don't know. But he was older. And long story short, he got into telling this story about um either 60s, 70s or something like that, and he was somewhere. And long story short, he dropped the N-word. And I guess in his mind,
And he was
he's
white.
not saying it. Yeah. He's not saying it.
One of those when he's quoting somebody else who said it.
He was quoting somebody else. Sir, I was already over talking to you, and now I'm done. I'm still respectful, but listen, I don't care to participate in this conversation any longer. Like that's just basically what I hit him with. Right. And there was an awkward silence, of course, but it was like, how did please? And then like when I tell you he was talking so much, I don't want to say I was being too nice. I was just being cordial because there was this nasty ass corn stuff they served us, and I ended up giving it to him. He might have asked for it, but like I guess he saw a problem. I can't remember, but he ate my corn. Like that's how.
That just sounds crazy. Hold on, that sounds crazy.
Listen.
He ate my corn.
Listen, I don't know. There is nothing sexual about eating corn, I tell you that. There isn't. I don't know where you're trying to go. But I promise you it's not. So, like corn on the cob. Yeah, okay. Sorry, there's a song. What is that? Juicy J? Who is that?
There's a song called Corn on the Cob.
No, I don't want to say the words because we're not kid friendly, but we're also not X-rated either. Like,
right.
Yeah. Anywho, it's a reference to fellatio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How did we get here? Anywho, he ate my corn. So we were on good friendly terms, and then he ended up telling that story and eventually ended up moving seats, which was fine with me. But yeah, it was just like one of those situations where I'll never forget because it's just like, bruh, how did we get, it was just how did we get here? That's all. Like
that's weird.
Didn't understand social cues, I guess, because at some point you do let people know like, oh, okay. You'll start shortening answers, or responses. And you're just like, oh, okay. And then, you'll grab your blanket or whatever. And like you'll hook the headphone over or whatever, something.
Right. And you catch the hint. Like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. He was not catching hints. And then he caught my very polite words.
What did he say after that? Like after he heard you say like, you don't want to talk.
I don't recall because I think I was mentally over it. I don't think he said anything. Yeah, I really don't. I don't think he said anything.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I don't know if it's because where I'm from or just like, not even where, it is definitely not where I'm from. I don't know if it's just because how, I guess my family or whatnot, but I've never like cussed a stranger out. You know what I mean? You know how somebody be like, man, I'm a cuss him out. I've never done that. Like you could, I think more if something happens, I'm more like taken aback and processing and being like, no matter how I feel, and I think I process and get angry maybe later. You know what I mean? Versus
like it hits you later.
Yeah. And then you might think of, man, I should have said this.
Right.
Versus, because then y'all just two fools. You know what I mean? If you just reacting. So it depends. It really depends. But this particular episode is very much introductory, very much just like us figuring it out. And I do hope that you guys stick around until we figure stuff out. Is there anything you wanted to say, like as a sign off or whatever?
No. Thanks for watching and expect more interesting dialogues between them.
Exactly. We have no idea what's going to be said. Of course, like most things. I'm so sorry. That was so stupid. Give me a second. Elizabeth has to go do motherly duties. She decided to be a mother and not spending as much time with me as she could. But It's fine. They're cool. All right. Thank y'all so much. We'll put social media links somewhere eventually. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. And we're here on YouTube and maybe end up on Spotify because we have not figured this shit out yet. Okay. All right. Bye.
I feel like we should do something cute, like finger hearts. I know you do the.
Is this cute, Elizabeth? Is that cute? I hate this so much. Bye.